Buy art supplies. Bouldering, I know Lyra right there in the chat is a climber. Fuck it all the night. Me to shut up. You stay inside? Go ahead and eat at a restaurant with your friends, right? I want you out of my head. I want you out of my bed. I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I know there are things. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with my friends and we're gonna go to Vegas. That's what we're doing. Fuck with me tonight. You love inside. Get some Korean. Oh, Korean barbecue. Yeah, I can, cause I've been cooking like my girlfriend likes getting Uber Eats and shit, and I'm like, I'm good. That shit's so expensive. When you add it all up, and I'm like, I've just been cooking a lot, and I'm super over cooking, honestly. TCHR, thank you for the follow. Noise Merchant, thank you for the follow. Thanks everybody who gave a follow during the stream. So I'll give you guys a little bit of background of me if you're unfamiliar with me. I am a full-time, or I was a full-time convention artist. Over the past 5 years, I've sold at over 150 conventions. Like, I keep track of it because I run a YouTube channel where I vlog my artist alley experiences. So I know how many I've done. So I've done 151 conventions in the past 5 years, and I'm trying to switch over to Twitch. Even before the quarantine, I was trying to switch over to Twitch full time because I didn't want to keep traveling. Because it gets old. Like, it's fun for a while, but it gets old. So you guys hanging out and following and all that stuff, like, gets me closer to partner. So I really appreciate that. Do a shoot. Or cooking your own food. People are disgusting. I think it's more the restaurant experience with my friends and my family. No, go see my family. Fuck, it took me a while to realize that. That's what I want to go do, because my parents are old. So I don't wanna go bother them right now because I don't know if I'm clean or or not. So I haven't seen them in a while. So I want to go visit them. That's for sure. I thought of Vegas before I thought to answer my family. That's fucked up. Welcome. Nah, but I wanna sit down and like hang out with them. You know what I mean? I don't want to just see them. I wanna hang out with them. My brother is actually a world-class powerlifter. He's currently the U.S. national champion in his weight class. I think he goes in at like 190 or something like that. So I want to go train with him because he built like this badass home gym. I want to go lift weights with him. That's one thing I want to go do. Da, da, da. You drove up to their curb to get your stuff. Yeah, right. Will come for me. Oh, my phone's about to die. I use my phone to read the chat because my monitor is hella far from where I sit. Mine is running all day. There it is. There we go. Oh man, yeah. I think just going to see people that you care about, I think is probably going to be the overall answer. You know, going out to eat is cool, but it's going out to eat with the people you care about is what's going to make that like really fun, right? It's not that I'm sure we miss fun, bad, expensive foods and shit, but I think it's the people. This shit is. I'm so rich. It's a little sec. It is a second monitor. Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. I think everyone's just kind of ready to re-interact with the people they care about. At least for me, that's what it is. That being said, um, I, because I do conventions, I had booked a bunch of flights, and they got quote canceled. They don't refund you the money, but they'll give you like credit, and I just have so much like travel credit, and I'm just gonna go. I don't know. I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna like. Did you ever draw your parents' cartoon style? I've never drawn them cartoon style, but back when I first started drawing, I did draw my mom once a year as a way to like, because I thought it was fun to draw my mom, but then it was also a cool way to kind of gauge myself. So I just used the same reference picture for the first like, I only did it for like 3 years. Um, yeah, I did it for like I think 3 years, and then I used it as like a gauge to see where I was, how much I had improved that year. Believe it or not, my art improving really slowed down when I started doing conventions. If I didn't go into the convention life and I found like another way for my art, I'm positive my art level would be much higher. You know, it's like when Mike Tyson went to prison. He came out and he wasn't he was good, but he wasn't quite the same, and then he retired, never quite hitting his prime, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about the conventions. Like you're trapped. But then I have so much money invested in them, it's hard to get out. uh can you sell the credits? I don't think they're transferable, or else everyone would be doing it. Like the flight credits, I could use them to book like hotels and stuff, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use them to book like hotels for leisure trips. Yeah, because I don't ever take like leisure trips. I travel a lot, but it's always like, oh, I gotta leave on this day. I gotta get there on this day and set up the table. Then I gotta leave again, and then because I have to leave, I I can't stay in the city too long to go explore because I have to fly out and go to the next city in like 3 days, you know. So for me, I think being able to take like leisure travel will be that is like super valuable to me because I don't get to do that. Yeah, I'm curious if I were to draw. Well, I could if I redrew her picture now, it'd probably just be like super hyper realistic because I did practice doing realism with like charcoal and shit for a while. So if I did redraw her, it would probably just look exactly like the photo. Which is boring. I I don't find hyperrealism that fun to draw. I think it's a cool like technical exercise, but well, we got a lot of viewers. I think it's a cool technical exercise, but I think it's just a little boring to execute because I've done a lot of hyperrealistic digital painting before I stopped doing digital work, and I just found it like really tedious because you're just kind of like picking away at it until it looks like the thing you're looking at. So it's around that time. I like to ask what time it is for everyone right now and where you're from. Am I drawing someone in particular, or is this from imagination? No, it's from imagination. I've heard this song like 5 times. Yeah, so what I do every day is I refer to these as freestyle exercises. That's where you just kind of take your pen and you just kind of draw. Uh, whoops, I was supposed to make him wear gloves. Yeah, so these I refer to them as freestyle exercises. Basically, you just take a pen and you just start drawing, and then if you mess up, you just kind of have to make do with what you did. So I do these every day, and I think it's really helped my pen work because it builds up a lot of confidence. Germany, Morocco, Italy. Yeah, Lyra over here says she could speak many languages. Plug up, got that paper connect. I am from California in the US. Ooh, I have a funny. I need to look up a reference picture for something for this drawing. I just had a funny idea. Oops. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, I just needed a reference for Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hey, thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Damn, why does it keep on playing this song over and over? I need to take this off the playlist. You're drawing with a mechanical pencil. You still watch my vlogs from 2017 because they're reminiscent of back in the day when we used to be able to go to cons. Well, to be fair, I make a lot of mistakes when I work with pens, like brush pens like this. Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. I just, you know, just through so much ink practice, I know how to cover it up to the point where you don't even notice that I'm making these mistakes. Yeah, 2017 was a very interesting year. Actually, every year has kind of had its own real thing, impact on me as an artist. Because I'm always doing something different every year. I'm always doing some stupid shit every year, something new. Doesn't always work out, but 2017, that was a dope year. 18 was cool. I thought 19 was trash, and then we got into 2020, and I was like, oh well, 19 wasn't so bad. Yeah, I find it really hard to draw inside the spine of a book. um, yeah, I have a couple of convention vlogs that I did finish that I haven't uploaded. I just kind of, I said some stuff in them that I don't really agree with anymore, and I just kind of don't want to put them up. Hank Pym. Nah, this is a bee. This is a hornet. Hey, what's going on? It's a murder hornet. Yes. I'm gonna have, if I upload this online, I'm gonna have a bunch of bug nerds telling me about the inaccuracies of my bee anatomy. Yeah? Fuck. That's like devastating. That is like world-ending devastation. Kill all the honeybees. Anyway, I'm sure someone will make a fun TikTok about the end of the world. Dude, I was talking about how I started a TikTok for my artwork last week. I really, literally, all I do is just repost all my drawing videos from Instagram. So basically, what I do is I stream here, and then I take all the footage of us streaming here. I time lapse it. I put it on Instagram, and then I just repost those Instagram stories or those Instagram videos onto my other social medias. And man, I'll be damned if my TikTok has gotten more like attention and response than like all my socials combined. It's been weird. You can clip it all you want. I'm telling you, it's like it's doing really well. My other socials are like, hold on, my dog's barking. My dog won't bark unless there's a reason. Ugh. Um, I think from what I understand, what I've been told, there's just more people. There are more users on TikTok, but also like their algorithm is better in regards to your hashtags that you use. So if you hashtag and you're using all art related hashtags, that means anyone who's actually looking for art will find your work. That's what I've been told. You know, Instagram, it's like, but you gotta play a fucking game on Instagram to get noticed. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been told it's the algorithm that's on TikTok that is the difference. I've also read things about how because it's like ADD, the app, right? Everything on there is so short, so people have a lot more attention to give. This is just what I've been told and what I've read. Um, so you're on YouTube. A video takes like 10 minutes to get through it, right? They're burnt out after that. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna go to your video after that. Instagram, they're reading these long posts or they're going through and people have videos and pictures and they're looking at them. They don't have energy after that. They got nothing, no attention after that. But on TikTok, everything's so quick. You're like, all right, next thing. All right, next thing. All right, next thing. To be fair, you are giving it permission. The moment you download it and you say yes to all the stuff, you're giving it the permission to spy on you. No, but it's been cool. I've picked up a couple of commissions and I've made in like a week. I've probably made like $1,000 worth of online sales just because I promoted my Dragon Ball piece on there. So with that much engagement, people have been like, "Whoa, where do I get a copy of this?" And I'm like, "Right here." His arm's looking really short. So if he's pudgy, we're gonna make him, or if he's already looking kind of pudgy, I'm just gonna go with it and make him a little fat boy. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I forgot who it, there was I was part of a raid train like last month and we came across a sculptor and I don't think I followed her, but she was dope. She was hella good. Yeah, sculpting I think would be a really cool thing to see on Twitch because I'm sure there's a shortage of that. Because once I saw her channel, I was like, oh, this is bad. Mainly just because we don't see a lot of it on here, so, or at least I don't see a lot of it on here. I don't consume a lot of Twitch, so I don't know. Generation, what's up? We're doing well. You caught us near the end of the stream. We'll be on for maybe another 20 minutes or so. We're just kind of goofing off, sketching. We did some sketch covers earlier. The only two that I liked that came out okay would be Cyclops, kinda, but not really. I don't know. I think I was tired and distracted and a little drunk when I did that. But I like how the Suicide Squad and the Deceased covers came out. Those were cool. Yo, thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Floating in the air like I'm weightless. Never could happen. No, I've been sipping on whiskey for like... I took a little break, but... During the beginning of the stream, I was really putting it down. And people didn't even notice. Because I didn't advertise this as a drink and draw. On designer drugs, can't feel my face. That'd be cool. Especially if you streamed that whole process of making your claymation. You don't even have to interact with people. You could just straight up just be like click, 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 move, click. And people, you don't even have to interact with them. People would just be into it. You found your art, my art on TikTok. Hey, thanks for coming through. TikTok paying off again. We were just talking about how good TikTok has been for me in the, like the past week. How to... It's a murder hornet, yeah. Okay, so learning how to draw, any tips? That's very vague. If you have certain areas that you're not good at, it's good to really focus on those things. What a lot of us do is we will literally write down a list of things that we're not good at, like hands, faces, feet, whatever. Like literally write down a list of things that you are not good at, and then practice just those things. Practice them one at a time until you're not terrible at those particular things anymore. You just do it over and over, and you just go down your list, and before you know it, all these little things that you're not good at, you'll be okay at them. To me, that's the best way to kind of get started. Because you could take all these art courses and all that stuff, but you're never, you know, there. What if you're proficient at the thing that you're already taking your course for, you know? So just focus on the things that you're really weak at, and then sharpen those up. And once those sharpen up, then you can maybe go look for other artists for more advice. But in my opinion, that's the best way that a beginning artist can really start to make tracks, really start to make big improvement, like noticeable improvements. Yeah, I'm not a bug person, so I don't know what that is. Generation, what are you up to? If you're still here. Yeah, see, I miss out on a lot of cool stuff because I don't consume a lot of Twitch. I consume a lot of YouTube. I don't consume a lot of different YouTube. I have a set like maybe nine people that I watch on YouTube, and I watch their stuff, and I always consume what they put out, but I don't really deviate from what they put out. So I do find I miss a lot of cool information because you can learn a lot just by like documentaries on YouTube or like little snippets. There's a lot of shit you can learn on YouTube. It's great, and I don't go through it. What a cool resource though, right? Like imagine being a kid and you're just like, oh, I'm curious about something. YouTube, search, found it. Oh, okay. I'm curious about something else. YouTube, search, find it, you know? Yeah, okay, I could count on one hand who I watch Double Toasted, Mr. Sunday Movies, Red Letter Media, The Critical Drinker, Lessons from the Screenplay, Just Right. Mr. Sunday Movies has a second channel called The Weekly Planet, so that counts. Uh, Kazone and Kim Jung-gi, but they're basically the same channel. And I think that's it. Oh, I think it's 9. I think I got it right on the money. I think it is 9, yeah. Like, even my friends, like James, the box office artist, he's my buddy. I don't even watch his channel, like, because I know what he's doing already. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this already. Yeah, you know, I've been on Double Toasted twice now. It's fucking bad. I went to go visit their studio on 2 separate occasions, and I got to be on the show twice. It was fucking bad, dude. Because I've been listening to them since they were Spill.com. Um, we're talking movie nerd shit right now. I used to watch them back when they were Spill.com, and then they got shut down, and then they made Double Toasted, and when I went to Austin, Texas for a convention, I got to go to the studio, and it was fucking bad. They like, yeah, come on, dude, come on. I'm like, yeah. It was my Facebook profile picture for like months. Yeah, but I don't consume a lot of I don't consume enough. I feel like there's a lot of like cool information I'm missing out on. Well, you know what? I guess I could add another one there, Mr. Puzzle. Um, my girlfriend and I will cook dinner and we'll sit down and we'll watch Mr. Puzzle. Um, I used to watch um, Plush Time. Is it Plush Time Wins? They would go and they play like the arcade games. Those like arcade games to get like prizes. I used to watch the shit out of them when I traveled because it was just fun. It like made me feel homey. It like kept me distracted while I was at work. Yeah, isn't it funny? I don't actually watch a lot of art YouTubers anymore. I used to be all up in Proko's ass. I used to be all up in Sakura's. Yeah, I YouTube to me is like entertainment. I consume YouTube for fun, and not for education. I used to, but now like all the learny stuff that I do is I download it. Like I pay for classes and then I'll download it and I'll work on it on my own. Um, when I watch YouTube, I'm just goofing off. Have it playing in the background and shit while I work. I'm using the Artisa 600 page sketchbook. Yeah, it's cool. I've only filled up two other of these size sketchbooks. This is the third one that I've had. Honestly, I buy this sketchbook because I think it's cool. Because it's so big. There's really no other reason. Like, it's expensive. Like, it's more expensive than like some counterparts you could find. You could buy a bunch of small sketchbooks for the cost of this one sketchbook. That's the truth. I buy this big sketchbook because I think it's cool. The time of your life. My first drawing in this sketchbook. Let's go at the very beginning. I think I was goofing off. Whoops. I think I was goofing off with some vehicle design study. This is from Scott Robertson's book. You pick me up when I'm down. Yeah. Meaning to my life. Hey man, we all got our own things going on, right? Like I lost a lot of study time because I was doing conventions. I argue that I worked 9 to 5 for the longest time as well. I worked as a mechanic, it's a bunch of manual labor, fucking exhausting, right? I'd argue that being a convention artist is exponentially more time consuming and taxing than working the 9 to 5. Back when I was a mechanic, when I look back on it, I wasn't studying art back in the day, but when I was an auto mechanic, I would wake up, I would go to the gym, I'd go to work, I'd get off, I'd go play Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'd go to the gym. And it was like once you clocked out of work, it was nice because you didn't have to take that home with you. When you run your own business, um, like convention artists do, you're just like you can never turn it off. you know, and you're just always thinking about it. And it's like every move that you do, every penny you spend is in one way or another dictated by your business. And it's fucking exhausting and it's time consuming. There have been many times, we talked about this on the stream before, many times I've considered just going back to a 9 to 5 because I'm just like, wow, I can just go to work, make money, clock out, and never have to think about it until tomorrow. And I think there are certain advantages to the 9 to 5 that should be identified. Like, it's pretty sweet to be able to just get off work and just not think about it. You know what I mean? Just like you're done. You're done till tomorrow, and then you could just focus on other shit. So I mean, even if you went full time with your art, I mean, it's not gonna. You're still gonna have to manage your study time. You know. I'm gonna be what I want, what I want, what I want, yeah. Ain't got time for yo. Artist alley and vendor is so much more tiring. You can constantly think of more you can do. Yeah. I noticed that every time that we stream, you do bring up, you know, what could have been, this and that, and I'm like, you know, that's life though, man. Like when I do my artwork and I'm surrounded by my peers who are like a decade younger than me, I feel like that too. You know, everyone feels like that. You know, someone went to art school, man, I'd be a lot further had I gone to the same art school as that one person. You know, and it's just, it sucks, but it's you know, it's life. You know what I'm saying? And it's more about like what you do with it. I know it's so like cliche and shit, but it's like it's about more what you do with your time you got left. Like that's why the past couple weeks I've been really unproductive because I've been a little depressed, not crazy, just a little depressed, and I let that affect my work. And I was talking with Lyra about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, it sucks, but it's time for me to just shut up and you know just get back on it and not dwell too much on like the mistake of like that I made the past couple weeks of just like being all depressed and letting it affect my work and shit. So anyway, I just you know, there's a lot of artists on Instagram or on Twitter right now that I'm friends with, and they're going through some bullshit too, you know. And I do my best to try and talk at least to the ones I care about. I try and talk to them about like, dude, don't don't fall in the trap, man, because then eventually that's all you think about, and it's like it'll drive you crazy, you know. One of my friends got mad at me that I told her I was just kind of like, hey man, you're a good artist, dude. You need to chill out on this shit. And she was all like, fucking tell me what to do. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, man, if you didn't want my opinion, you don't vent your shit on on Twitter then. Self without you. Yeah, I told you I'm fine, but you know what I meant. You stepped out for a second. I get that. I get that maybe you want to vent, but you're not necessarily looking for, you know, somebody to try and fix all your damn problems. I get that. But don't be surprised when one of your if you post something and then it's not like a stranger, it was one of my buddies. You know, and you post this or art acquaintance, and we've known each other for years, and it's just kind of like we've talked about this kind of stuff before. So I'm just assuming that they're in like quite a state right now. Once they get out of it, I'm sure we could talk again. They'll be fine. I didn't take it personally. Everyone's a little stressed out, right? A lot of artists I know are stressed out right now. It's mainly a financial thing that is really stressing a lot of my friends out. Bitches smiling, nosebleeds. Might have a son. Yeah, no, I don't take that stuff personally though. If they're stressed about something and they lash out on me, I'm like, wow, you must be hella stressed. I'm gonna leave you alone, and then you can get back to me later. Oh, did I misspell the title of this? What did I title it? Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to misspell it. So that was a mistake on my end. What have a son when I started balling out. Oh. Oh well. I'll just make sure not to do it again later. Or I'll make sure to not make that mistake next time. It's whatever. Hey, what's going on? Awesome, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. We're just gonna fill in this section of the sketchbook. Oh my God. Okay. You know what? Okay. Somebody today earlier in the stream, somebody finally explained to me why the emotes are so important. I didn't really get it, but then they explained it to me, and now I get it. So we will fine. I got some commissions to do, and then I will have something ready for you. All right. I gotta find my old ones that I finished. I just didn't think it was. They told me that you can use them on other streams. And like a lot of times it can drive people to your channel. How did you go about learning perspective and foreshortening? Yeah, we're going straight ink. So for me, foreshortening foreshortening came from learning perspective. So with people specifically, um, I go by the 8-head. I do the 8-head method, the Andrew Loomis 8-head method. That's how I do my people. Um, uh, when you do that, you basically are making like a. I think we did a tutorial on it. Hold on, let me find it. I don't have to draw a new set. I can just take you guys back to the old tutorial. Hold on. I'm flexing my sketchbook too while we're searching for it. God damn it. Damn, is it all the way back here that we did that? No, here it is. Okay. So basically, for foreshortening, the easiest way to do it, for me, how I learned it, was I do the 8-head method that Andrew Loomis does, right? So when you do that, you're basically throwing the human body into a big old cube that's separated into 8 sections, right? So then, if you could learn to rotate that cube, and then you're able to draw the person like sideways and shit based on that cube, and then and the way you learn how to draw people in the different angles and then kind of anchor them into the cube is just learning anatomy. So then I take that cube and then I insert it into like a perspective grid, and then that's how I am able to fit everything in like a consistent perspective, and then you have the proper foreshortening. Uh, what's your YouTube? Don't type out the whole link because I think it'll block it. But just type out like, youtube.com/ write what your after that slash is, and then I'll write it down and then I'll check it out. Yeah. So for me, that's how I learned it. Um, and it worked for me. So again, just whatever method that you use, for your proportioning. I stick mine in a cube, and then through learning anatomy, you can kind of rotate the cube, and then you put that cube into the perspective, and then you can insert the different parts into that. And working working straight brush or working straight ink like a brush pen, that's just practice. Once you draw enough, then you get enough confidence to just kind of play around with it. All right, let me write that down. Tessitra on YouTube. Okay. Yo, what's up? Hyper Booster. What's going on? I don't use people's real names on here, by the way. So, yeah, if you guys haven't, Hyper Booster's here in the chat. If you haven't checked his channel out, it's pretty dope. He's one of the guys I do full-time conventions with, or we used to, right? We fucking used to. But with how well your channel is going, it's almost like, are you gonna go back to cons ever? feel you crumble in my arms. I'm gonna have to check out your stuff when the stream is over. Alright, so we're gonna hang out here for maybe like another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna head out. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them at me. Damn, till July? Shit, that's good, dude. I can't even get commissions these days, man. Like my you know, when Hyper Booster, when you're asking me about Twitch when you started, remember I told you it's not the Twitch money, it's going to be the commission money that you're going to do really well on, right? Cuz people really like watching you draw. But yeah, dude, I'm fucking barely floating over here. I just can't get any commissions, man. It's fucking nuts. But that's good, dude. That's good. You're gonna make affiliate really soon, watch. If you haven't made it already. Which, you might have made it already, I just wasn't paying attention. No. Okay, good, good. Yeah. Good, that's good, dude. See? You should have started this a long time ago, dude. You just could have quit doing cons a long time ago. If you guys could share your channel. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out your stuff. Everyone seems to like your stuff. I'm gonna go check it out once. I'm gonna check out your YouTube channel once we're done here. Making partner? Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty tricky. I'm not a partner. I applied. I filled out the form for the very first time, like 2 nights ago. It's the first time I've ever applied. Most people don't get it on their first try, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, so with the Twitch partner, you know, the affiliate, you just kind of get granted affiliate once you hit their numbers, right? With a partner, you have to fill out like a form, and then you connect like other social medias to it. So there's a lot of different things that they take into consideration. One is how well established your Twitch channel is, and then they also take into consideration how established you are on other social medias. You know, like let's say your Twitch maybe isn't the greatest, but you have a lot of social media following somewhere else. They take that into consideration. You fill out the form, and then you have to like write like a little essay on there about your channel, and then you apply, and then they say it'll take like 2 weeks to get back to you. So I applied, so I'm just kind of waiting on them to get back to me. And considering I have like 50K on YouTube, I'm hoping that 50K on YouTube that's enough. If you do apply, you could even write in your essay how many conventions you've been to, dude, and how much following you have. You know, how many loyal people you have following you. Make sure you mention that when you apply, because that's big. Like, not everyone has your level of following for people who like commission you. So the questions, I don't need that reference anymore. That's why you can link. Yeah, Lyra's a mod. Yeah. Tips for anyone looking to make art career through social media their goal. You're asking the wrong person. I have had terrible luck on, well, not luck, terrible results on social media. Doesn't matter how many times my artwork gets featured in giant articles. Doesn't matter what hashtags I use. Doesn't matter what I do. I just my social media reach is so trash. Except for my TikTok, which I just started a week ago, and it's doing really great. But all my other ones are just trash, dude. Like I have like 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. I could struggle to get 1,000 views on one video, you know? And, it's just, you're asking the wrong dude. If anyone has any tips, go to a lot of conventions. Not even. All right, look. I have what? 11,000 on Instagram. I have 11,000 on Instagram right now. When I go here, let me show you my fucking. So that 11,000 was earned through, I don't know how many times my artwork and my social media has been featured on websites, like I'm talking like Kotaku, comicbook.com, fucking Hypebeast, you know? Like those are the kind of publications that have shown and shared my artwork and pushed my Instagram. This is my business card, all right? And I take these to conventions. I've been to over 150 conventions. On the other side, I straight up have my the clock from the little clicky click thing for my Instagram. I push so hard for my social media, and I get like no, like I have 11,000 on Instagram. I'll lucky if I get 200 likes on something, you know. Okay, all social media, you're asking the wrong guy. And I'm just being 100% honest with you because I don't want to tell you something that's not going to help you. I'm the wrong guy to ask for that. My Twitch channel is only doing well for a couple of reasons. When I went to TwitchCon San Diego last October or November or whatever, my artwork I had an artist alley table at TwitchCon, so that helped. But the only reason I got like this huge wave of European followers is there's a streamer named Gronk. He was streaming, and he has like 1 million followers or whatever. And he was streaming at TwitchCon, and he talked to me at my table, and that shot like a ton of followers my way. And then one thing that has helped my growth since is I'm a traditional artist, and that seems to go really well with people versus digital artists here on Twitch. So that's another good one. So we did these today, these sketch covers. This is a Suicide Squad sketch cover and a Batman. And we did a Hulk and a Captain Marvel and an X-Men, but I don't like how those came out, so I'm not going to show those.